Hi, and welcome to the Doomcast. I'm Dan Umpton. This is Joe Lawler. This is our annual, semi-annual meeting on the Doomcast, in which we discuss comics or usually it's trivia. I don't have trivia for you today, but we do have a plastic rubbish bin because this whole webcast is garbage. So,
right
got the old banner duct taped to the wall. Joe, what are you reading?
All right. Well, okay, so the first thing that springs to mind is, I've been reading it since the very first issue, is Robert Kirkmans Invincible.
Oh, right on.
He started before The Walking Dead, but like it sort of got lost in the shadow of The Walking Dead being this huge, massive success. And it's going to end in about, I think, 10 more issues.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of sad about that because I named the letter column for that comic. And so,
What?
Yes, that is my nerdiest claim to fame, I think. It got me a quote from Robert Kirkman for an interview with Phil Hester, because I threw that out there. I was like, I'm not just jumping in here as some guy who knows The Walking Dead, but I did name the Invincible letter column. So if you could, if he'd be willing to give me a quote from that, and he did. So I was like, yes, all right.
Wow. That's how did you manage to do the naming of it?
All right. Well, so like right around when it started, I think the first several issues had like 3,000 readers, and so he's like, we need a letter column name, and so I emailed him. I was like, here's my idea, and he's like, that's pretty good, let me talk to the artist. And then like a month or two later, in the letter column, he was like, someone came up with a really good name, but I deleted the email. And so if you submitted an idea to me, email me back. And so I was like, was it mine by any chance? He's like, yes.
That was, oh my God, that's amazing.
So he ended up drawing me a sketch of Captain America because he was writing that book at the time as my prize.
Kirkman did?
Yeah.
Kirkman, man, that's awesome.
It's a very cartoony Captain America, but I still have it.
That is a huge nerdy claim to fame. So you have a first run, first edition copy of Invincible 1?
I think I still do. At one point, I sold off a lot of my Kirkman stuff as they were getting valuable, but I think I still have the first Invincible.
That's got to be, like, Walking Dead 1 is like in the multiple thousands.
Yeah.
Is it like 25 or
something like that? I sold it when it was
3,
at 500. So like, oh, that's a lot, and it paid off my credit card, so I was happy about that. But I could have
500 is a lot, but
paid
that's
off
still
a lot more. But I only paid $3 for it, so
right.
I don't feel too bad. It was probably like $2.70 since I had a 10% discount. So.
Yeah, like it's $2.70 in, $490 out of, that's not bad at all. That's a cool return. So what issue is Invincible ending with?
I think it's like 145.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Why not just go to 150?
Yeah, that's a good question.
The case?
Yes.
Hopefully they just if they've already made the decision to end, they make the decision to
They
end.
could have a 5-issue epilogue or something. It could be like the end of the Lord of the Rings, right? It's like just increasingly, it's like, here's the end. Oh wait, no, we're going to this boat.
Now we're back at Rivendell. Now we're taking Bilbo to the docks.
Everyone's hanging out in bed and hugging.
Everyone's crying still. It's just like a half hour of just crying. What else do you have that you're reading that other people need to be or maybe aren't?
So I think I've been reading Savage Dragon since the very first issue, and like very like Image launch comics were 90% crap. Savage Dragon has always been awesome, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise.
Oh yeah, Eric Larson's been doing his thing his way for.
Yeah, I mean he's been the only writer artist on it since the beginning, and you can't say that about any of the other Image launch titles. Everyone else has had other people take it over those books, and it's still his vision. And I'd say it aligns very closely with kind of the feel of Invincible.
Spawn's been interrupted multiple times, right?
Yes.
But Savage Dragon has published regularly.
Yeah.
There haven't been big gaps.
No, it's. I mean, there have been like some he had like pneumonia one year, and I think he only got like 3 issues out. But it's been it's like 230 some issues at this point now.
Early 90s, wasn't there a TV show?
Yes,
Savage Dragon
on
TV show?
USA, which I only saw a couple of. It wasn't very good.
Yeah,
But,
I don't feel like animated USA shows were that great.
It's like,
at the
there
time.
was Wildcats about the same time, and that was also not very good.
No, I can't. Like that. That was such a weird boom of like when you think about all of the things that were like really big briefly that came out of Image that just weren't very good. And then you think of all the stuff that at Image now that is insanely good.
Yes.
That may never get marketed even close to that way. Like
At least the Max got a really good TV show.
I mean, you're not gonna get like Saga toys. Like I guess they did make those the two. They
But
made the
they look kind of
Orion
crappy
Marco.
and they're expensive.
Yeah, they don't look good at all. They don't look fun.
No.
Like,
But
make me
Saga
a
would be an
Lion
awesome
Cat
TV show. It'd probably be insanely expensive, but
honestly, it would be one of the greatest TV shows. It would be the biggest thing.